Finding the 0 point for this thing was a little bit tricky for me. I wanted it to be so like the top right here, this very top of the cylinder would be the Z point, so I could get an accurate depth on the countersink. So I touched off here and here around the back, divided that by 2 and got to the center, and then I moved the whole thing to the center and zeroed it from the top here and then zeroed it off here for the X. So technically my point is right at the top of the cylinder, right somewhere around there. And from there I can get an accurate reference for the depth of the countersink. Now I'm not going to index this thing perfectly. Basically I'm going to do the same program 4 different times, maybe more, but at least 4. So I'm going to do one operation here, come down, drill it, and then just sort of turn it and make sure I'm back in the same exact point for the next one, which reminds me I need my mill stop for this. Now that I have the mill stop set up, I can go ahead and run this part. So as you can see here, I didn't actually go through. I mean, I did a little bit, but not nearly enough. So to start off with, I put the ball bearings in here, and the sleeve, which is the thing in the 3-jaw chuck, would not fit over this entire retainer right here, and it wouldn't fit all the way up against this face, that face there. So what I'm doing is, on the big taper on the slide, I'm going to take that taper down just a little bit, just take out and contour around the inside here. And hopefully that will solve a little bit of the problem. If not, I can just go ahead and make another one of these with a different angle, which I might have to do anyway, but we'll see. Alright, so I think I'm just going to go ahead and call it quits on this one. Just because I know this is never going to get made again. I made it as a prototype and just to see if it would work, and I know it can work, but I don't think the product is there. It's cool, and I know I can get it to work. Well, maybe get it to work. Like right now, that when I pull that back, it gets stuck. So I need to make this slide bigger, so the ball bearings have enough to pull out, so the release side can come out. I think it was a good experience with this type of mechanism. I don't even think you could call this a mechanism really, but just like the ball and socket type deal. And now after actually trying to make this, I'm more appreciative of the ball and socket quick disconnects that your air fittings go to, because this wasn't the easiest thing in the world to get, like where the ball bearing nest is. Those weren't the easiest things in the world to machine and get correctly. Now, ideally this would be made out of like some type of hardened steel or stainless steel, because this aluminum, it's very soft, and those ball bearings can really warp the metal, and aluminum isn't a good material for this. So that's why, once again, this was just a prototype. So I thought I might get the spring for it from McMaster, the spring to hold this slide up, but I don't even think I'm going to go that far. I think we'll just go ahead and call it on this one. So kind of disappointing, but at least I found out now that this thing really probably isn't going to be marketable. Now you may be wondering why I decided to make something like this. Well, the idea behind it was that say you get in your car to leave your house and you have a regular key to your car, like not a key fob for a push button start. So you get in the car, start the car, and get ready to leave, but then you realize you got to go back in the house to get something after you had already locked it. So you would quick disconnect your key to your house, other keys, whatever, and then go unlock your door without having to shut your car off. Now this is kind of a wacky scenario, but it really does happen more often than not. Now obviously I'd make it a lot smaller than it is now if I were to actually make this product and market it, whatever, but this was really just an idea. But I don't know, there's a lot more options out there that are a lot cheaper than this, so I'm just going to forget about this and really move on. But however, it was a good experience, like I said, with the ball and socket mechanism type deal. It was really cool. So I enjoyed making it, just like I do every other, most every other part I enjoy making. So I think that's it for now. I'm going to go put this over on the shelf of shame and call it a day. So I appreciate it, and I thank you for watching.